Good morning and welcome. It is far too early to be awake right now. Hi. Kel's like, I've been up for 2 hours at this point.
I literally have.
I've been up for like 4.
I've been sprinting for 12 hours.
See, you're awake because you haven't gone to sleep yet. That makes sense. This is like what, 7 p.m. for you?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. for you, not 8 a.m.
I just woke up at 6 like a person that doesn't understand weekends.
Yeah.
What do you
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I oh wow. I just went from 30 people watching to 19. I'm like, oh boy, what did we say? Apparently we have a lot of morning people that are really offended now. But
I'm with you, morning people.
Anyways, we welcome to the first ever monetary sprint on my channel for the face off. Brianna's gonna be
That might have been why it went down. They might have got an ad.
Yeah, they might have gotten an ad or something. Oh, it went back up. Yep, they definitely got ads.
Yeah.
This is why I pay for premium. Because primarily because it gets me music without ads and it gets me videos without ads. Hello. Welcome to, what is it? This is like sprint 4 for the face off. We are on hour 12.
Yeah.
For this weekend. Some of us are still growing strong. Some of us are getting up to go strong.
Some of us are getting up to go mediocre. You know? Strong is that's an adjective.
True facts. How are we doing this morning with actually, let's go around. Do you want to introduce yourselves? I think most of you have been on the channel before, but just in case you've got new people here who haven't been watching the last 12 hours, just...
Hello.
Okay, we'll start with Eva.
Which way are we going?
We can go you, Brittany, Cal.
Okay, great.
Because Cal won't introduce himself properly anyways.
Oh my god, my Kindle is gonna die. Hello. I'm Eva. I'm reading with Eva. Okay, it just yelled at me. It's at 10%. It's almost dead. Hello, I'm Eva. My channel is Reading with Eva. We do vlogs on my channel. There will be a new TBR game coming in October, but I think Brittany might be the only one that knows what it is.
I love how I just get this look of like, I have no idea what we're talking about, but I'm sure at one point I did.
My new TBR game that's coming
soon. Oh, yes, I did know about that.
Yeah,
Please.
What?
Yay, welcome. Oh my god, we have so many comments.
And and I'm on somewhere. I'm traveling to France.
Okay.
Right? France? I don't know. I got the France.
I'm not sure how it works.
I don't know either. But for that, I'm reading Bloody Princess. It's I don't know. It's some book that I got off with Kindle. Kindle Stuff Your Kindle Day. A dark enemies to lovers college romance. Somehow, by starting this book, I also started a 5-book series. So, great. Well, I hope it's good. Me too. Or I'm going to be... It was free, so if it's terrible, then I just won't continue.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
I'm Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, and I do the vlogs, and I have a Timmy's TBR game based off Tim Hortons, which I forgot my Tim Hortons in the other room, which is quite rude. And I know, how dare I? And I just had a new vlog go out like literally 1 minute ago, and there may be, some information hidden in there that Bree has given me. So there you go. I'm in Sweden.
Okay.
So I'm reading Stuck With You by Ali Hazelwood.
Love it.
Nice. I hope you love that more than Aoife.
That
was the one that Aoife was reading too.
I mean, it'll be fine. I'm sure.
Ali Hazelwood.
Yeah.
I don't expect great things. I expect fine.
And not a Neva fine either. Not a 5-star
No,
fine.
you're fine.
Talk about like a 3-star fine.
It was a book, and you read it.
Mhm.
Listen, it's been the most mediocre thing ever this month. Like, the only good book has been a reread, but I'll accept it because I'm getting points for my team.
Not all books need to be 5 stars.
No, they don't.
You know, that's not realistic.
To quote the movie that your daughter has on right now, if everybody's a 5-star, then nobody's a 5-star.
True. The Incredibles teaching us lessons one quote at a time.
One supervillain monologue at a time.
Everyone can be a 5-star at something, though.
I don't know. That's not what Syndrome said.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay, we're taking life advice from villains. It's fine.
Right.
Super entitled deranged villains at that, too.
Yep.
Cal, good morning. How are you?
Okay. Hi, I'm Cal. I was told that I wasn't going to do this correctly anyways, so I guess I might as well just do whatever I want since the expectations are so low. Cal here, reading for Team Green, the best of the teams, and I am on my way from France to Lithuania, so I'm reading Queer: A Graphic History. I'm rereading it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Yeah, that's it. I'm done now. Hope I didn't ruin it too bad.
No, you did good. You did good.
Thank you. Yep.
You did good. Question: are there any dogs?
2 of them are locked outside, and
oh no, what do they do?
Nothing. They're just we got the kennel run. One of them's barking. I don't know if you can hear her. We got the kennel run, and so I've decided to use it to remove them from my presence when I don't want them there. So. Go be out in a cage, have fun, run around.
That's so funny.
And Briar's in bed with Emma and Alex because
that's where she goes.
Because I'm the only early riser in the house. They'll sleep in given a chance.
Susie got that way too, where I'd like get up to go to work and stuff, and she'd go, "The fuck do you think you're doing?"
It just thundered, so unless I want my dogs to be Evan Buckley, I better go get them. Actually, I'll be right back. Better go get them.
How are we do? Well, let's say hello to everyone. Answer me in the chat how we're doing for the face off, because I'd love to know where people are. I am on my first book. Speaking of, or no, not my first book. I'm on my second book, which is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I'm reading it. It's cute, interesting. We haven't got. So the thing about manga is like the first few bits, like the first volume, usually you don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's true.
You don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this one isn't doing a thing that a lot of like shonen manga will do, because a lot of shonen manga you get a lot of vignettes for that first volume, and there's no overarching plot yet. We have some of the like super basic information of this, and like you can kind of see the beginnings of an overarching plot forming. It's odd, it's interesting, it's fun and quirky. I feel like this is something I could what the fuck? Is this something I could enjoy? This is a ghost manga, so it's very creepy and weird.
We actually had someone reading it in the comments on Victoria's, and just the title, we were like, someone needs to explain to us what this is.
I quite literally said, but why are we toilet bound?
You did. You were like, why?
Why?
We haven't figured out why, but basically we're dealing with a ghost that I believe has been cursed, or for some reason in the way that they died, they are bound to the third toilet on the third floor girls' bathroom.
Right on.
So, like, they cannot move on, and they grant wishes. That's what I know. So, or he grants wishes, I guess.
Actually, now that I see the cover of it, I recognize it. I just didn't ever know what that book was called, or that manga was called, to be honest.
Yep. This is one of Becca's faves. No. This is one of Shay's faves, I think. No.
I would say probably Shay.
That is not a host favorite, I don't think.
Hold on. It is.
How
It's
did I
one.
not notice that there was a host fave called Toilet Bound? Like that's my.
It was in it's in Japanese on there. Like Brianna, when she found the graphic, it's in the Japanese or the original language instead of being
translated.
Hold on. Yeah, it's one of Becca's faves. I tried to find Shay's faves, and my library apparently isn't cool.
Not cool enough for Shay's faves.
Nope. How are y'all doing for the readathon?
I
am
on book 3.
Beautiful.
And I am in France.
Yes, you said.
Yeah. Because I just swam to the shore and just like left the boat to London in the middle of the
That's fair.
At some point I'll go back for it, but not right now. You know what I mean?
We're on a cruise, you know?
Like I was like, you know what, this was a fun time until it wasn't. So that's fine. But yeah, I'm on book 3. I feel like I'm making good progress.
We love to see it.
This is my 6th book of the
Not as good a progress as Brittany.
I read a lot of Heartstopper last night.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did do Heartstopper.
I read 3 volumes of Heartstopper.
Nice.
Oh,
the last volume I don't think is going to work for any flag colors because it's majorly purple. Like
yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get this I might have to skip the second Babysitter's Club book for now in order to fit more of those in because it's like primarily pink.
Yeah.
That's not helpful. So I might have to skip it and go to the Marianne one. Claudia later.
Cal, are you like me on your second book? I'm
on my second book. Yeah. And I don't feel bad about that because again, between the months of April and July, I read like 4 books in total. So the fact that I've read like 6 books this month, you're getting more out of me than anyone expected. Come on.
Listen, I would not be making you feel bad about that, Cal, at all. I am also on my second book.
Green's gonna win because we have a bunch of people who are better than me.
Okay.
Truthfully, I'm just sitting here like, wow, you probably should have picked books that had audios. That was a choice. I've only done 1 audio, and that's because Bree told me to read it. That's what
I've done 1 audiobook so far. I want to get a bunch of manga done though. So, I need the, especially for here, like I need the what's it called? The GRC. I'm getting 150 GRC from all 3 of these.
Yeah, that definitely is a reason I binged Heartstopper.
I'm gonna have to see if I can, like, I'm either gonna have to make Heartstopper fit, or I'm gonna have to see if I can find. Okay, we'll see what you get. Okay,
You've got someone joining.
Who's that?
Wow. Okay, goodbye. She's like lassoing like a cowgirl and singing "I'll be right back." I don't know.
I kind of love her energy. I'm not gonna lie.
Ari is just living life, and I love it.
I feel like this is very me at that age. Just like, you want to hear about my Magic Treehouse book? Also, I am watching The Incredibles at the same time. Like that's absolutely exactly what I was doing.
I don't know what, I think she's going downstairs to bother her dad, but she was like, "I'll be right back," and I was like, "Okay."
We have a page. Potentially.
Maybe.
I know she's having some issues with the internet where she is.
I understand that. Okay. We'll go through some comments, and then Paige, if Paige has fully joined us at that point, we'll go from there and have Paige introduce herself before we go. But Crystal is in the comments for now. Almost finished book 4 and plan on starting Rainbow Days for book 5. Love it. Rainy is here, 20% through their first book for Lithuania. It's Even If It Hurts by Marnie Mann. Nice! Tina can finally join Face Off. That's fun. Here's the thing. My plan for all of the Face Off books is to read manga as much as possible and not read my novellas that I got.
Mhm.
It's fine. But for when I have an audiobook, I also have a sightseeing book that's going that I'm planning on finishing this weekend, in theory, hopefully. Let's see, Kendra's here. Hello, Butterflies and Books. Julie's here. Currently hunting for their second Portugal book.
That's easily one of the harder flags to fix.
Because it's got the
so many
5.
colors. Yeah.
Second Portugal spin in a row, too, man. I mean, that's the nice thing about manga, because I don't think this one doesn't, but like most of them have like 7 colors on the front at least.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, good morning, Ro. Hey, Essie. Hello. Oop, Dusty Books Spurs is Nicole's almost finished book 4. Good morning. Good morning, Nadine. All right, continue my Lithuania book, Three's a Crowd by Simon Booker. But I think in the first round, I'm going to make it's 3 p.m. there. Love it. It's so weird having so many different people. Hello, Leonie. Reading sort of Kaigen. Good morning, Mare. I just finished my sprints that went for 12 hours. So Neva has been sprinting for 12 hours. I did that last Saturday. I sprinted for 13. It's like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
I'm just sitting here.
The thing with sprints is like it is tiring, but it's also not because you have the timer and you're not like on camera for 13 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that would be too much.
The other thing is that I only actually hosted 4 hours.
That's also
so really I'm just like the backseat passenger over here. I'm just like a passenger princess. You know what I mean? Just going along for the
I
ride.
love that. That's how Eddie is for you.
It really, like, sprints are, I know some people get real worn out with sprints, and I understand that. I don't. I'm like, I'm reading.
I only get worn out if
I go read.
Yeah, I only get worn out if I'm like the host for hours and hours on end. But like if people are like, "Hey, you want to come on my sprints?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure," because like I'm just hanging out, I'm just chilling.
Do you guys hear
That'll
rain?
be me next weekend, because I think I'm doing like an 8-hour sprint or something.
Are you guys getting torrential rain in Ontario as well?
Just suddenly
here.
Just immediately now. There's lightning. There's rain. It's like fanfic levels of pouring out there. Like there's probably people going to be having a screaming argument out there soon. Like, oh my!
Today is the first day I have seen sun, and I don't recall the last time it was sunny here.
It came west. You know?
Cal's like, it's about to turn into a Hermione fanfiction outside.
It's raining out there.
So I'm in Indiana, okay, and it was thundering earlier, but there was no rain. So like I looked outside, it's like sun in the sky, but thundering, and I'm like,
oh, I love that.
Am I back in Florida?
I love
that. Right? That sounds like you got the apocalypse in front of you and the blue sky in the back.
That used to happen. It used to happen to us all the time when I lived in Daytona Beach.
Oh yeah, that is a Florida thing that happens. Is like you'll be like either going straight into a storm or heading straight out of a storm, and the sky in front of you will be blue as can be.
Blue.
Yeah. Currently, it is not raining in Florida, so like I don't know what's going on with that. Thankfully, I'm gonna go jogging probably. So, Ro has joined us. Burned myself out on Murderbot. I need a break after 4. I'm midway in the novel.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that one. That's valid. I love Murderbot. Love it. Tina, my first spin is Bulgaria, so I'm gonna read Storm Warning by Nora Roberts. Hello, Aoife. Aoife was with us when we first started, but then had to leave. Reading Heartstopper Volume 4 for Romania at the moment. Oh, my YouTube premium account was gonna be, and I didn't even have my book GPO yet, so I still have ads on this account. Oh no. Well, thank you for joining us with the ads anyways. Yeah, no, YouTube Premium is a fantastic thing, and I love it. Primarily for the music bits. And they do, like, That's why I have it, because I had Spotify for a bit, I had Pandora for a bit, and I was like, if I'm gonna pay for something, I might as well pay a little extra for something that's gonna get it so I don't have to watch YouTube ads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have YouTube Premium because I listen to all my YouTube stuff at work, like a podcast, so I can start it and turn my phone, like, you know, turn the phone
Just
off,
turn the
Mm-hmm.
and then stick it in my pocket and just listen to what's happening.
Same here. And I also like it annoyed me at first because like now I can turn my phone, the screen off without the video stopping, and so that did annoy me at first because that's how I would just pause my YouTube videos when someone came in to talk to me. And that's why I finally got myself a pair of earbuds, was because I wanted to be able to, I was like, okay, I need to be able to pause it when someone comes to talk to me at work.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I have my AirPods, so I'll just pause it from my AirPods.
Yeah. That requires my earbuds to work, which they don't sometimes, but most of the time they do. So good morning, Jen. Jen is on book 7 for the weekend.
Amazing.
Damn. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Headed over to Finland with Heartstopper Volume 2. Kendra, none of us Europeans have been up a fair few hours. True facts. Tina, it's a category romance from the 90s, but it's a suspense, which I didn't know she wrote. Nice. Nadim is starting Beach Read.
Oh,
I heard that.
I heard that one.
I'm just gonna go wait outside. I would like to be dead for 3.5 minutes and then have a coma dream.
Yeah. I mean, I just like to sit outside and like read my book while it's raining. That's so nice.
Well, I have the window open right here, so it's yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. I love it. You can rain in like an hour, please. It's cloudy outside, so maybe. Butterflies Book City had to work for a bit, but hopefully it won't stop me from making progress on the night swim, which I'm loving. Love it.
I'm so glad.
Nicole is joining us to start Face Off. Not me scanning Pango books to see if there are any copies. This wasn't specific to, I think, your book, Neva, when you were talking about it.
Bloody Princess. Yeah, if
you
you
your book or Brittany's book, I don't remember which.
I don't know. But
See, I thought this might have been the toilet book.
Could be the toilet book. Could be Margaret's book. But if you're looking for my book, it's on Kindle Unlimited. You're welcome.
I love it. It definitely came up before I was talking about this one.
Well, Bloody Princess it's the first in a 5-part series. This chick's sister gets murdered or something, so she's seeking revenge. We love a revenge story against women.
Is it a revenge romance?
Yeah. It's an enemies to lovers. I think it might be a why choose, because there's like 3 dudes in here that she's trying to get revenge against. Like, okay.
So it's like the Mindfuck series.
Yeah, but I think like more smutty. You know what I mean?
If I have to like duck in and out, it's just because my baby is just refusing to sleep. So I'll just be in and out as things go.
The whole series.
It's a whole thing.
The whole series is on Kindle Unlimited. I just have to get the first one.
Speak of.
And then speak of the devil. I will be back.
Oh my god. Can I just say, Cal, I love your sweater.
Thank you. Emma actually made this.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it was crochet.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very
It looks very cute and cozy and fun.
My girlfriend's so talented. Wow.
We love it for you. Kendra's traveling to Portugal, Food Wars Volume 4. Go Team Purple. I'm on book 2, but it's The Wind in the Willow, so it's a quick read. Nice. We like that for Team Purple.
Really
Good morning, Allie. Hanging out while I get the pasta salad made for the day and get around my family reunion. Okay. We haven't had one of those in like 20 years. I think I was still a minor the last time we had a proper family reunion. I love that yellow chair in the background with crystal. That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get one that would go right here, but then I would have to find somewhere for the computer to go. So I haven't figured that out yet. I'd also have to figure something out for everything that's on here to go. So I also have not figured that out yet either. Kendra on to book 4. Good morning, Carissa. Elizabeth is joining us. I'm still my first book, hoping to finish it before I head to D&D. Nice. What do you play, Elizabeth? Alice Duggan just finished book 2, looking for book 3 to hopefully get me to Hungary. Yes, manga count for the face-off because Spy Family was the right colors. Yes, it was. They count as long as they're over 100 pages. Graphic novels count, which Cal already was on top of answering.
Yeah, look, I'm a useful host every once in a while.
Why not be toilet bound? I feel like no. I mean, he is making our main character scrub all of the bathrooms, so at least it's clean for him now.
Well, that's useful. Having a ghost that cleans your bathroom.
Oh no, the ghost doesn't clean the bathroom. The ghost, in granting her wish, is forcing her to clean the bathrooms.
Oh, still.
So. But we are being blessed. I don't know who that is. I can't see their face. There we go. Look at me where I can actually see who you are. I love how. Is it? Hold on, Cassie, right?
Of course.
I'm looking at the nose. Hi, Cassie.
You can tell because she didn't come in spinning.
Well, I recognize Porto right off the bat because he looks like an eldritch being stuck in the golden receiver.
And he comes in spinning. Like a fucking Beyblade under the screen. You smell like dirt that you ate. Wow.
He's like, I'm too good for this, Ma. Too good for this, mother. All right, Kendra is it's Elvis. Toilet Bone Hanukkah Cunning is a manga that is about urban legends and how people perceive them. It's very. I got that vibe, like it was going to be about something there. And then My Happy Marriage is so good too. I'm obsessed with anime on Netflix. Unfortunately, the anime doesn't get me points in this readathon, so it doesn't. My friends are thinking about canceling Netflix, and I'm like, okay, I don't watch it all that often, anyways. When I need to watch it, I'll buy myself a subscription eventually. But Alice also did some swimming with Neva. Volume 4 has a rainbow flag on the back cover, so you can do it.
Mine doesn't. Mine does not have a rainbow flag on the back.
Well, that's rude.
Right?
Chris, Second Babysitter Club works for Finland. Nice.
Oh, okay, thanks. So I get Finland and all.
Yeah, you need to have all of the colors on there. It does not have to be only those colors, though.
Mm-hmm. So. Oh, yeah, that's true. I just know that, like, the cover itself, like, the predominant color is pink. And I was like, I don't know if this has enough of any other color. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense. Crystal said, I'm glad Tina is on our team because she reads fast, but my reading has been extremely slow lately, and she doesn't know that. Listen, I understand that. I understand that. I feel that so badly because, like, I still have the mentality from, like, pre-2020 when I was reading solely audiobooks at work, really, and, like, YouTube videos. I still have that mentality that, like, I can sit and I can get through an audiobook in a day, and I'm like, no, you can't. You cannot any longer. No. Good morning, Alex. Trying to get to London and Portugal, then I flip back and forth. That's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna go back and forth depending on what I need. Carissa, I'm gonna start Heartstopper today. I'm planning on reading the books and then watching the second season of the show. Nice. Every point counts. That is correct. Every point counts, Tina. True. And Paige's internet conked. I'm sorry, Paige. Sam and Beanie, 5 a.m. But I have a bout of insomnia. I mean, at 5 a.m. if you're having insomnia, that's the point where you might as well just wake up. Fanfic level of rank. I love it. Good morning, Elena. Julie, I'm going to going with My Hero Academia manga, but I finally also have family lore queued up if I need to travel before I finish. Elena's almost done with their book. I'll just jump between comments and stream. That works. This is very odd.
Scariest store on the planet.
From IKEA. This feels very like someone's watching you from the background and like you're just hearing a disembodied voice every now and then answering questions. And you're like, who's in this room with me? Hopefully for my next read for the team, I can finish tonight as well. I have to head to France. Found a book that was red on one side, blue on the other, and the spine and writing is white.
There you go. Perfect.
Brianna's counting barcodes, so like if it's on the cover, it counts. My barcode was covered, which is really annoying for me because I had to go actually look this up on Bookly instead of just scanning it like a normal human being. I don't know why they did that. Apparently the oh come on, Barbara Ponce. Apparently the library in Pinellas Park is too dumb to know that this is the thing you should scan, not this. I believe it. My preferred D&D class is a healer, but this campaign I'm a swashbuckler. Nice. I am usually the DM. I'm very excited because one of my players is like, "Hey, I'm gonna start DMing a game again. Do you want to play?" And I was like, "Yes, please let me play. Let me do D&D without having to do any of the background prep work." So, all right, we have reached the end of the comments. I think for this first one, because I'm going to go for a run, we're going to do an hour for this first one. Okay? Let's see. This one doesn't have a ticker. So do we want to do that? Nah. We're going to do this one because I like that we have the map in the background there. I think that makes it fun. So, and I'll try and remember to mute my mic this time. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Welcome back. Hello. We may have lost Neva to the needs of the body, to unconsciousness. So we'll go to come back and then go from there. How did everyone do?
I got to 47% of Stuck With You.
Beautiful. We love to see it.
That's really all I did.
Taking myself off mute helps.
It does. It does. I frequently find this out.
Yeah. I got about halfway through and wrote some stuff. So because I can't just read for 20 minutes, 40 minutes straight anymore. My brain's gone.
With the 3 or 4 years we've had, who can blame you, my friend?
Yeah,
Right.
that's what it is.
Listen, I got 45 pages of a book I won't mention read.
Oh, yeah?
No, not yet. You don't know about this one either. This is the one I'm not telling you about.
Cal looks betrayed.
Wait, so is
Sounds
it the
like
one
betrayal.
Is it the one that I know, but you wouldn't tell
No.
me when you started? Oh, it's a completely different one.
Yeah, there's 3 books that are going to be in this vlog. You only know one of them.
I'm pretty sure I know all 3.
Oh, okay. You might know all 3. Yeah, I already told you all 3. Did I tell you all 3? I don't know.
You did.
I know one of them.
You did. I'm going to text you right now.
It's not the one that's sitting behind me, Cal, if that helps. No, not that one. I haven't gotten to that one yet because I have to finish Song for the Void first. I've got other books I have to finish before I can, or another book that I have to finish before I can move on to that
But
one.
I know all 3 of them.
You know all 3 of them, I think. Correct.
Trying to keep stuff from this brain. It's like a steel fucking trap.
I have a secret vlog project going that I'm not telling anyone what it is except Cal because I had to tell someone and I knew it would torture Cal.
That's fair.
I started talking about it on Sprints one night and Cal just like put the blinds or the curtains over his head.
It was tapestry. I just kind of blended into the wall.
Yep. You're like, I can't be here right now on these Sprints while you're talking about this.
Fair.
So, anyways, how did everyone else do? Let's see. Hold on. Where? The traitor is here. Okay.
What?
I was just about to say, excuse me? Are you talking about us?
Jane, I need an audio while I get some work done. I'm going to pick up A Guide to Being Just Friends, found on Libby for Ireland. Nice. Brooklyn joined us. Hey, Brooklyn. Haven't had a chance to rejoin Sprints yet during Face Off, but I'm here now and ready. Beautiful. What are you going to be able to read this time? Are you reading? Are you doing productivity stuff? You do not have to be doing Face Off to be here, but you can be doing Face Off to be here. Elena finished reading Grandmother Spider by James D. Ross. Knox. Good morning, Knox. Falling asleep. Good night. I understand that. This is probably late for us for our Australians. Good morning, Lexi. Been up for a while, but just got to my mom's house for the day. Lexi's watching her 9-year-old brother. Continuing my read of The Night Swim. Aha!
So many people are reading The Night Swim. It makes me so happy.
Brianna, did you hear?
No.
You're on the first ever monetized video on my channel.
Yay! That's so exciting.
I am pretty sure that Brianna is like at least 60% of the reason I got to 4,000 hours. 1,000 subscribers.
You did feel like a good push this last couple weeks.
She said, like, go watch Margaret's videos. So, listen, get you good friends and you guys support each other and it's a good time for everyone.
Exactly.
Amal.
That was so much quicker because we really thought it was going to be it said it was going to be a month.
So I suspect that when they say a month, it's for the same reason that my doctor's office, like the office I work at, we say 7 to 10 business days for records requests. Most of them get resolved within a day just because they're quick. But in the event that something does require us to redact things, do things like that, go through records, because like we have to be careful, especially because we work with mental health, we have to be careful what we send over. And we are held to an even higher standard, I think, than a lot of doctors' offices.
Yeah.
So, like,
I'm pretty sure it didn't take like a month for my channel, but it was still like, I just didn't know what it was gonna like. I didn't know it would even say that. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Like, everything's taken less time than they said it would, but I assume that those are there because if they run into a tricky situation, they want that time.
Yeah.
So, Amal is reading The Love Wager, Chapter 17. Elena just started Wandering in Strange Lands. Rainey got 50% of her book done while baby girl took a nap and cleaned her living room. I'm going to clean a little bit in a minute. I need to stretch out, but I also need to read a physical book, so that's difficult while stretching and cleaning.
What are you reading?
I am reading, where'd it go? I can't find it. There it is. I am reading Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
Oh, okay.
By Aida Iro. Or Iro. It's been a very long time since I actually looked at how to pronounce Japanese, so I'm sorry. I learned some of it back when I was actually watching Naruto, but never got further than pronunciation. Alicia is here running some errands and trying to decide if I want to venture into DC for the National Book Festival. Those are, I can't say too much because I definitely...
Festival people.
Yeah,
right? It's really a hard thing to decide. It's like, I want the books, but my introverted self does not want to leave the house.
We have an antiquarian book event that happens every year, and like if they didn't require me to pay for it, I'd probably go, because like you don't have to interact with anyone unless you want to. That's always my kind of like when I'm going out, I'm like, I don't have to interact if I don't want to. I can just be there, and I don't care if people think I'm rude. I do. I'm Southern. I'm so sorry. I very much do care if people think I'm rude, except when I'm in the right. Good morning, Exhausted Flamingo, halfway through their Romania book. Rainey says this is the closest a book has ever gotten to making me cry, but not quite. I'm glad I'm not alone in this, that like books don't make everyone cry.
Rainey, what book is this? I don't remember what you're reading. Like, send me a private message, because if it is making you cry, I would not survive. I would be dead.
Let's see. I don't know, because it's definitely not Spy Family if you're cleaning while you're listening to it. Leaky Cauldron, gonna participate in I wasn't gonna participate in Face Swap, but I'm reading Go Exit for Finland.
That works. And that's a really good book, so it works.
I am doing Manga for Face Off, and then I'm also, if I need an audiobook, I have I have a London book that I'm reading as well. Tina got to 20% and did a bit of crocheting on a sweater. Someday I will make a sweater. Someday. 30% into Cruel Beauty for Brooklyn. Jane is 16% to a guide to being just friends. That sounds like that's hilarious. Like that sounds like a hilarious book. Definitely a rom-com. And watched Brittany's video.
Thank you, Jane. I appreciate it.
Libby ate lunch and started Fruits Basket Volume 1. Ooh, I loved that one. That one was good.
That is cute.
Every time I see Katra in that profile picture, I just get happy.
Carrot Verse. My Carrot Verse finished book number 4. Leonie is 90% through the audiobook for Winners by Frederick Bachman.
That thing's chunky.
Yeah. You'll have it done by the end of the sprint, though. By the time we move on to the next person. Read one chapter, leveled up my D&D character, transferred my PS5 and VR headset to the new backpack I got for them. Nice.
Yep. We have almost 500 books submitted.
One of those is mine.
Good job.
Yes, same. One.
2 of them are mine.
I've done 5, but still, compared to 500, that's like nothing.
Listen, that's a book per person in this readathon. So,
Essentially.
yeah. Haley joined just a few minutes after the sprint started. This is the first reading time I've had during phase off. I get that. I fight for those during my work.
Also, funnily enough, one of the most popular spins has been Portugal.
Which is really the hardest.
It really is. I'm like, if I get Portugal, I'm using a respin.
Really the hardest because it has so many colors.
I wanted to put one on there that was more difficult. Like the rest of them are pretty easy.
But well, realistically, most of the rest of them had the same color palette.
They really did. By Sunday afternoon, it might start getting hard for people.
Listen, I have plenty of manga. I have novellas that will probably work. I've got 2 middle grade books that are like 4 hours a piece.
Yeah.
I'm committed to just trying my best and taking long if I take long.
You know.
Yeah. I have AHIP to also do this weekend because I need to finish that this weekend. You know. Anyways, Alex hit 70% of his London book. Hopefully he finish the next sprint. Nice. Haley is 46% of Rune March for Finland. Almost halfway through my book. Time to eat now and restart How I Met Your Mother.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Alex. I'm assuming this is in regards to my channel finally being able to make me $3.
That's so exciting.
I recognize so long before I see any of that money.
Well, that's the worst part about it is that you don't even see it until you hit $100.
Until you hit 100, yeah.
So like the first year of monetization, I think I got like maybe 2 checks.
Yeah.
I need to go through and monetize. I think there are a couple of videos that I didn't want to monetize because they got copyright claims on them.
Yeah. They
so I'm not going to monetize those for any reason anyways. Mm-hmm. But I need to go through and I didn't want to accidentally put mid-roll ads on my timers while we were in the middle of sprints before I could make sure that they didn't. Like that would, because that would just be annoying for everyone.
Yes, Tina, you have to read it has to have all of the colors on it.
All of the colors. Finished 1 book for Germany last night and spun for Ireland. I'm starting Heartstopper 2 today. Brooklyn is still reading Get to London, but I should be facing off very soon. Beautiful. Haley, we do this at work, managing a customer's expectations. A customer is happy if you tell them it'll take 5 days and they get it in 4. If you say 3 and it takes 4, they are less happy.
Yeah.
I get that all of the time, and I'll tell people, I'm like, here's my, like, where I work, especially when I'm working with kids, I'm like, here is my aim, here's my expectation. I am expecting at least 48 hours before a case manager gets back to me. So just so you are aware, primarily, if I'm actively working a case with a case manager, just because I know how busy they are, if I haven't heard back from them, I give them a week before I say something. So I'm like, okay, I'll get in touch with you next week. But yeah, it's like always under promise. I think it is, and over perform is what people say.
Sometimes I overperform and don't let anyone know, where like I'll get a request done in like a day, but I'll wait 2 days to reply so they don't think I'm capable of it.
Exactly.
Like, don't have those expectations for me. I know I'm great, but you don't need to know.
You don't need to know how great I am.
Yeah.
That makes
I don't
sense.
want you demanding shit.
That makes sense.
That is fair.
Carissa got to page 168. Beautiful. Oh, we got someone else reading The Night Swim. Butterflies and Books with The Night Swim. Alicia said, yeah, exactly. I don't think I can do that much peopling in crowds. That is understandable. That is I'm the kind of introvert that, like, as long as I get like a few hours in the evening, I'm fine. Except when I have to go to work, but that's just because it's work. So I'm usually generally good at managing my social battery. So
yeah,
I'm sweaty. Sometimes I'm not, though. Sometimes I come home for a week-long trip. I'm like, if you talk to me, I will cease to exist.
There are times in the night where I like look at my family and I'm like, do not ask me a question. People have asked me enough questions today. I have the bandwidth for no more questions.
Yeah.
Like, don't. I will not be kind if you ask me a question.
do not be stupid.
I can't do it anymore today.
Yeah. Let's see. Elena just started with part 1 and part 2, and just began. Okay, nice. Rainy said I haven't posted the video in 2 weeks. Going back to work was brutal, but gotta get back on the foot. I understand that. I haven't posted a real video in several weeks at this, or a week, 10 days, 12 days. Elena, when I read, I will read when I get home from the park. I have class. Nice. Tina has a half-done sweater in their closet that's been there for about 6 months. I have one. I have one side of a sweater that's been sitting over there since December. So, anyways, I've lost the comments. I told my parents this morning that I would never make a sweater. Knitting always takes too long. Listen, I'm working on 3 different blankets right now. No, 2. I'm working on 2. I don't know where 3 came from. It's 2 blankets and a sweater. I will make sweaters for myself. I don't know that I will ever make them for anyone else. So, 11% of pancakes and corpses. Tina says this is a new project. Hopefully, it doesn't stay in my classes for 6 months untouched. I understand that. Elizabeth just did some more spins for the weekend and picked the books to take with me to their boyfriends after D&D and managed to have all the ones for this weekend count towards their ABC challenge. Beautiful. Essie finished and submitted book 1. Now back to book 2. We already did that one. If I get a 3rd time in a row.
Poor Julie has been just attacked by the Portugal spins.
You know what, though? There's really no nicer place to travel. Portugal's magical, so
yeah,
there are worse places to be stuck.
True.
The pictures I was finding were gorgeous.
Oh, and just eating there, I would die. I would happily die just eating my way through a Portuguese city.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's hilarious. Julie, I don't know what you need on a shirt, but cool. I can make that.
If you ask me a question, I'll cease to exist.
Yeah. Let's see. Rainy. No, if you talk to me, I will cease to exist.
Oh yeah.
I'm an introvert because I'm shy when I meet new people, but I love to go out and don't care about crowds. But maybe so the way that people typically define introvert and extrovert is: do you get energy from being around people, or do you have to do you get energy from being alone and by yourself? And I am technically what's known as an ambivert because it's very close, but I'm more extrovert more introvert than extrovert.
Emma just to the side. I just don't get energy.
I just don't get energy.
That is the
What is
vibe.
energy? What is that?
Some people are. What was it? There was some people are morning birds. Some people are night owls. I'm a permanently exhausted pigeon.
Perpetually exhausted pigeon. I am that.
What if I get energy from fictional people?
Mm-hmm. See, for me, it's less about if there are people around me, and it's more about interaction. I'm very good if I'm able to be low interaction. I can deal with being in crowds. I'm the person that I've gone to Universal just to hang out by myself before and enjoyed it and had a good time. I'm there mostly for the rides anyways. So I generally have a pretty high tolerance, and I generally like to be with friends, with people who don't take a lot of energy, because most people who know me well don't think I'm an introvert. Because I'm very loud. I've had friends that after they've gotten to know me, or friends of friends, they're like, I thought you were really quiet.
I feel like my experience of you is that we could go an hour in the car, just jam into the music and not saying a thing, but then we could also then go an hour having a really engaged conversation and then go back to not saying anything for an hour really easily.
And for me, there are people like that. You, Brianna, you guys are one of those kinds of there are people that take less energy than others.
It's because I don't give any out. I don't take any. Just
the easiest way to describe it is if you get exhausted from doing sprints all day, then you're an introvert. If you love doing it all day, then you're an extrovert.
Mm-hmm. see, I'm the other way because I'm like, I only have to talk for 10 minutes and I can go not be on camera.
That's fair also.
Yeah.
They are exhausting though. At the end of the day, I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have to be in front of people anymore.
I actually don't mind it if it's not like as long as I'm not hosting the whole day. And I think Neva was talking about this earlier. Yeah, because like when you're hosting, you have to be so much more like
it's a whole different
timing and like making sure that you're reading the comments properly. And like I cannot crochet when I'm hosting, but if I'm not hosting, I'm
BRB. Like, oh, taking off for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to be able to crochet when I was teaching. Or not teaching, when I was hosting. I don't know what I'm saying. I used to be able to crochet when I was hosting, but there are a lot of comments. No, like I have like there have been people in my life that I could genuinely hang out with them all day. We just chill and they don't take any of my social battery.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you understand the term social battery and it's something that you actually have to actively manage, you are probably an introvert.
Right.
Yeah.
I know I'm an introvert because I could definitely like.
Oh, you're an introvert because you were like, listen, I have been going for 9 days. I know my favorite thing is to be outside, but can we just sit in the hotel and chill? Like, that's when you know you're an introvert.
Or just like you could drop me in the middle of like a vast forest and there's no humans around and nothing to do. But as long as I have internet connection, I'll be completely fine. I will not miss a soul. I'm fine. I'm okay.
Yeah. But my friend is Raina's friend is teaching her to crochet tomorrow. That's exciting. I love that. I should work on my genre blanket at some point this weekend. Will I?
Did you go get yarn?
I did go get yarn. That was I think I got yarn on Sunday or Saturday or something like that. Yeah. We're good. We've got all of the yarn we need to finish that. We actually finished the row with the yarn. Nice. And I got an extra of purple because I was looking at I literally sat down before my trip to the fabric store that day. I think I got yarn in your sprints, Brianna.
No, last time you were on sprints, you still didn't have any.
Okay. Because somebody did an hour-long sprint and I went to get yarn.
No, that was Jess.
Okay, that was Jess. That's a lot of people. Yeah, no, we've done that, and then because before I went to get the yarn, I did look at like what books I've read this year and like tally up. I was like, oh, we're gonna need another fantasy.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so much purple on this blanket, which is how I like it. Quinn, hey, I'm about to start my first book, which is The Odd Sisters. Beautiful. Being with people 100%, but I do like you can be an introvert and like small talk. One of the things that clued me into the fact that I was an introvert is you can be completely comfortable on stage, but hate small talking crowds.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I thought I was a broken extrovert for the longest time. Because I could get up on stage and act the fool. But then if you asked me to talk with someone that I didn't know well, I would rather crawl out of my skin. And
I got trapped by an extrovert yesterday. I went to a little pet store. And she came and she's like, "You're new," and I was like, "Yeah, I just moved here." Blah blah blah. And then she just started telling me everything about. And I was like,
"An employee or a customer?"
She's the owner of the store, and I was and I was like,
"So you now have a valuable resource in the community, and she likes you."
You know it's true, but like it was also just things like she's like, "What are your dog like? What can they eat?" I was like, "Oh, they can eat anything. They don't get to be picky."
They're golden retrievers.
She's like, "Well, let me tell you about all the foster allergies," and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right. I guess I'm hearing about this." And then she's just like, "I just hate it when people are mean to their dogs. I hate it." I was like, "Yeah, I know that sucks." She's like one time I saw somebody yank on a leash, and I was like,
"As my dogs have an e-collar."
Yeah, I'm like, just so you know, mine do hunt, so like you know, but
it all depends on the breed. Listen, I yell at Schmidt the wrong way and he's like, "Oh shit."
Right, yeah, I know. She's like, yank on a leash. I was like, that's not me.
I'm a big fan of a leash check. Like, just check the dog. Like so many people don't do. I'm like, your dog. If you would just put a collar on them and pop that leash when they try and pull.
Yeah, it's not mean. It's
you don't, and it's funny. You're not doing it so that it's hot. Like you're not literally trying to yank them. You're just trying to make them go, whoa. What?
Listen, there's a dog rolling on a pile of bones with a ball in his mouth, moaning happily right now. That's had a leash pop more than any dog I know, and he's still the happiest dog on the planet.
Like you're not trying to hurt them. You're just trying to get their attention because you do the leash pop and then you stop moving until they stop moving.
But it was so funny. So I just sat there while she told me all of her like what she felt about dogs eating stuff and like how to get your dog to like walk nicely, and I was like.
Yeah. Well, don't put it in a freaking harness when you're at the park. That's for sure.
She's like, one time we had a dog jump over the counter here, and I was impressed. And I was like, I'd get my dog in so much trouble. Like you would see a new side of mean to dogs. If that happened. Like, oh man, I would not be friendly.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. We get on dogs, we are going to so we've hit dogs on the bingo board.
On the bingo board, yeah, that's fair.
We already hit dogs on the bingo board. Tina, I realized recently that I don't think I have a friend that she's like, I'm an extrovert, but I realized I'm an extrovert with social anxiety. That makes sense.
It's fair.
Exciting. Oh, Tina's excited that Rainey's learning crochet. I'm going to teach my sister when she comes down for Thanksgiving. Crochet is so nice because it's really easy to learn. Like, it's just the same basic stitch that you link it together with to make other stitches. Like the same basic concept the entire time. I know that's probably similar with knitting, but I feel like I had to work harder to get my head around knitting.
Yeah.
Good morning, Rally. And then Libby, the only reason I don't want to move away is because I will miss my pets, not my family or my friends.
A mood.
Yep. I like using a harness because it looks more comfortable. I mean, it
it's also what your goal is, right? Like if your goal is to have your dog not pull, a harness isn't effective. If your goal is to have your dog just walking comfortably, sniffing, whatever, then a harness is fine. Like I use them for hikes where I don't care where my dog is walking. But if you want your dog to walk in a nice, correct heel, then
they're good once the dog is trained with good leash manners.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, if your dog already knows where to be and how to be, for sure. But I don't like.
If you're trying to train a loose leash, then a harness is not the best way to do it.
Walking down in the city, I don't even want my dog a foot in front of me, let alone. So I'm like, you're gonna be right beside me, probably gonna slip. But
the thing about harnesses is I'll see people be like, oh no, it's supposed to help with the pulling, and I'm like,
it does.
Yeah, it's supposed to help them pull things.
Yeah,
like,
they're designed for pulling. Yeah, so there's no right or wrong tool for your dog. It's just
and that works
what is your goal?
Like that, your dog works with a harness. That makes sense.
And it also depends on what kind of dog you have, because like when I had a husky, she had to be in a harness because her head was so small that she knew if she backed up, the collar would come off.
Yeah.
Come here,
Miss
Cassie.
Miss, that's what a prong collar's for.
Yeah.
Let's see. Halfway. Oh, that was the. Okay, I learned to crochet from my aunt when I was younger. How much it just is like the tiniest
if you have a
speck of the color. So it does not have to be all of it. Like I'm using like this little bit to be I think I need yellow. Do I need yellow? No,
where are you going?
I'm doing Bulgaria. That's why I was going to use this little bit of yellow when I was doing Lithuania because it would have counted because it would have been red, yellow.
A lot of people are using that for Germany too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like when I did Heartstopper, I needed white, and the only thing white was Alice Oseman's name. But it was white.
And the barcode on the back.
Well, that too.
Pulls on your shoulder, and your shoulder stays in.
Yeah.
Porto pulls on your shoulder, and it's down the street.
Yeah, I mean, Chihuahua, the harness works too because you can just like pick them up like a bag.
Yeah. No, that completely makes more sense. Yeah. No, but like Porto, like if Porto decides to pull, like he's a strong fucking dog, right? So we can't rely on being stronger than him. We have to make sure that he's a good obedient despite being stronger than us.
Yeah, and it is like, again, it works for your dog. It's just that I'll see people with these big dogs and they'll be like, oh yeah, no, I got a harness so that they won't pull anymore. And I'm like,
it's not how it works. You still have to teach things. That's the thing, is that no
what
tool is going to work if you no tool, not a prong collar, not a slip lead, not an e-collar, not a harness is going to work if you don't teach the behavior of not pulling.
And even then sometimes, because like with Susie, she knew to walk on a loose leash, and she typically did, but she was also a sniffer. Yeah, that is hard with Chihuahuas because they're so small and they're already so high anxiety that like
I would stay behind your legs too if I was a Chihuahua. No, fuck.
The world is so big compared to me.
Everything is
that bird is huge.
That bird's huge.
Your dog sounds sweet though, like from what I've heard. So like
nice.
That's not the worst thing a dog can be, is a little bit afraid. Mm-hmm. But no, Susie, we find, because she was choking herself on literally everything else because she just didn't feel it. Like she had so many, because of the way that schnauzers are built, she had so many muscles. She just did not feel it. But anyways, we've been talking about this. Let's get this last comment. And oh no! Stopped by my mom's yesterday, and apparently her dog nearly hung himself on his collar so now she keeps it off in the house. I'm glad he's okay.
It's a really common way of losing dogs, actually, especially if you leave them with collars in a wire crate. Like I'll leave them with their collars on in the plastic side crates where there's no hook, but a collar in a wire crate is a really high choking risk for puppies.
Yeah. See, we didn't know that Susie had her collar on at all times.
It actually used to be like back when my intrusive thoughts, anxieties were really bad. I would spend my entire shift at work when I used to have to leave Briar to go to catering, thinking that I had left her with her collar on in her crate, even though I never did. And I would spend the whole time being like, I'm going to go home to a dead dog. I'm going to go home to a dead dog. And it never happened because I never did it. But just on the whole time, like a perfectly healthy person.
Yeah. Good morning, Ames. Welcome. We're about to start our next sprint. Susie never tried to run away, but like 2 times, and she never got far because she wasn't a dog that liked to be far from us. So like she'd go down the street, and then we had one time she got out of the backyard and was like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this. Came to the front door.
Yeah, Porto's done that. Porto also one time ran to the gas station, though.
I mean, with y'all's dogs, I feel like it's a coin toss about whether they're going to be like, yo, hey, I don't know how this happened, but I'm out front now. Can you let me in? Or be like, I'm gone.
It wasn't even like he left, because when I went out and called his name, he came right back. But he was just like at the gas station down the street, like, hey.
Susie's recall was shit. She could sit real well, but that was about it. I was not great about training her because I was a teenager. So, yeah. Anyways, good morning. Good morning, KJ. We are about to hit our next sprint. Speaking. Oh, Brianna Ames just joined your Patreon, so you have the early access vlog.
So there's no more early access because I already scheduled it for the premiere. So it's going to show up as a private video now, but it does go up in 2 hours.
Beautiful.
But welcome, and I'm sending you a Discord link right now, Ames.
Fantastic. All right. With that, let's go to Berlin right now, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was really fun finding the pictures for these, and also slightly frustrating. And I may have sent a few to Aoife to be like, this is Dublin, right? And Aoife was like, yes, I've been on that street. I'm 90% sure I've been there.
But she did forget that Berlin was,
she forgot Germany was a thing. She was so excited. And I was just like, I just looked at the train, was like, this looks like trains that I can see are definitely in Germany. So I'm going to go with it. Because I liked the juxtaposition of like the older architecture in this picture.
Yeah, that's a really
like
cool
the
picture.
newer technology. I was like, that feels very Europe. We don't have that here. As much. All right. Good morning, Caitlin. Welcome. You've come just in time for the first sprint. So we're going to do not for the second sprint, the next sprint. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Mute your mics. Well, okay, I'm unmuted. Good. Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Hello. I did not read much, but I did get I read 5 pages. We're fine.
That's something.
I didn't feel like listening to my audiobook, and I was like, I am an old lady now. I can't not stretch. We've regretted this every single time. So we gotta stretch. How did y'all do?
I got to 73% of Stuck With You.
Beautiful.
I finished my Lithuania book and spun again and got Ireland. And I felt, despite this not being a short book or anything, but probably finishable within the next 2 days, this only felt right. You know?
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like a family saga type book, you know, and I always like those dramatic family stories, and quite literally Ireland on the cover. So,
I mean, I feel like that should get you extra points. I'm just saying.
You can get 500 points for that.
oh my god, thank you.
Yay!
We love it. I am actually going to read next sprint. I promise.
I finished my book.
Yay!
I don't know who I didn't submit it yet because I don't know who I'm spinning for because the wheel is too loud and Derek's still asleep.
That's fair.
It's fine.
Spin on your phone. That'll be fine.
No, well, I don't have a team spinner on my phone.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Correct. Okay. Nice. How did you already said how you did, Brittany, didn't you? You did.
Yeah, 73%. Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second. I'm liking this so far. It's definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but if you like shoujo manga, I think that this is something that will appeal to people. Yeah, this is a shoujo. So, anyways, we have an Eva in the comments. The German spun Germany for me is delighted with this.
As he should be.
So onto a short story collection by Denise Williams. Also, as soon as he spun for Germany, his team scored, so he thanks the wheel. So what I'm hearing is that you need to finish this quickly so he can spin again and potentially spin Germany.
Get Germany again.
Shay is awake, has showered, and is actually feeling better this morning, which is progress, driving back into some reading to get to Sweden. Yes, take it easy, Shay, please. It's not worth it. Better to have you chill and have rest and all of that than win. And I would say that if you were on the purple team as well.
Yeah, no, Red, take it easy. Oh my gosh, yeah, take a day.
Yeah. Well, especially with COVID, because they're finding that pushing through is one of the biggest indicators that you might end up with long COVID. It's one of the biggest commonalities with people.
Shay, did you test positive for COVID?
Yeah.
Oh no!
It was in the team chat. Host chat.
I'm so overwhelmed with Discord right now.
I can blame you because I'm overwhelmed.
Just scroll through the team chats and I'm like, if there's anything I have to answer, then I will tag you.
I don't blame you. I'm overwhelmed and I only see blue. Could not imagine.
My ability, I've muted several of the channels. The Detours channel always gets muted the minute a Detour is renounced. Does this book count channel? Muted. It's probably going to end up muted permanently. Let's see. Leandra, I used to live by the Antwerp station in BE, so those images are making me nostalgic. I don't know what that means.
Antwerp is a major
Belgium, right?
Yeah, in Belgium. Okay.
I know what I'm doing now. I remembered what countries are. I'm apparently with Aoife, although remembering that things are a thing. Leaky Cauldron is going to a birthday party. All right, good night. Amal did not read, was on the internet. Hey, I was talking with my mother downstairs. So, watching Brittany's vlog without saying what the information that she gave him. Let's just say I knew it. I've been vocal about a specific thing. Go watch it to see. I love this. Now I have to go watch this. I also finished France's book of my.
I've been putting the announcement. I've been putting the vlogs in the announcements if they have a clue in them as I'm watching them.
Nice.
So I'm scattering them in.
Beautiful. I went in and put monetization on one of my vlogs. I don't think I did them. So, like, I'm gonna have to go in and like just turn everything on manually. It'll be fun, but it's fine. Ames finished France. My Husband's Brother, Volume 2. I highly recommend this series, and the covers have all the colors on it, so it'd be easy. Yeah. Again, leaning on that manga.
I'm gonna be reading for France next time too.
Beautiful. I'll finish a chapter in 3 pages. Jess has shown up. Good morning. Guess who didn't turn on an alarm and slept for 10 hours? Good thing I at least woke up before work. Exactly. That's the important part. And you didn't sleep through your sprint, so that's what matters. That's not till tomorrow. I was vaguely worried that Brianna would have to call me at like 8 a.m. to be like, Margaret, where are you?
I wasn't even awake.
I would have.
Cal would have. Yep.
You can't count on me to show up in the evening, but you can count on me to be punctual in the morning.
I will be here for the morning sprints. It's fine.
Caitlin read 100 pages and finished Emergent Properties. Now on to Ireland. Love it. I keep waiting to go to Ireland. I haven't gotten it yet. Mika got to 69% of Felix Ever After, 4th book. Tina and I are twinsies right now because I barely read as well. Like my mom and I went down to make tea, and my mom and I got talking about like stuff that like somehow we got onto digestive complaints and then talking about period cramps. And I was talking to her about, I was like, yeah, I've had a few times that like I thought it was indigestion. I was like, one time Dad made me walk, and she's like, did I know about this? And I was like, I didn't know that that's what this was, like what was happening. I just thought I was constipated and I wanted to go to the movie or whatever it was. So we walked to the movie theater because we're within walking distance.
This went in so many that was the most ADHD tangent you've had yet, I think.
It was an ADHD conversation because there were 2 people with ADHD having it, probably.
Valid.
My mother describes herself, she learned this phrase from, I believe it was Fly Lady, called sparkle brain. And she identifies with that heavily, and I'm just like,
or
I'm not diagnosing you, but anyways, like it was something like some people are sparkle brains, and so they're really good at getting ideas, but follow through is hard for them. And then some people are more are like literal thinkers, and so they go and they do all of the things in the steps. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
What if you're good at getting ideas and following through on them?
I mean, it depends on the day for me, because sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. So, because sometimes you end up doing the Eras Readathon with 2 weeks before Taylor's birthday, and sometimes you do the Eras Reading Challenge and forget that it happens in March.
Let's say, look at Brianna. Gets ideas and follows through with them all the time.
Yeah.
We're sitting here right now.
with a 7-month-old project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So does that mean Brianna's a literal sparkle?
Ooh.
I mean, the entire book was about how to, from what I understand, it was about how to like have traits from the other, whichever the other one was, and like how to leverage all of that. So it was one of those like it was basically like, hey, make friends with people who think differently than you, or think their brains work differently, so you can get things done. I don't remember what it was. This was like 20 years ago. 29 pages of rune marked. Nicolette's 51% into my audio for Finland. It's about sexism and bad coaching at youth sports. That's a lot of that. Nicole, 50% into my first book this weekend for Romania. She and Her Cat is the book. Julie switched books and got to 17%. Rainey is 67% done with my book. I know she's going to have to choose one of her 2 dudes to be with forever, and this choice is going to wreck me. Again, what book is this, Rainey?
Oh, I know the answer to that. I got that on Instagram. One moment.
But you're allowed to tell us?
I don't see why not. Because Rainey shared it to their story, too. Even If It Hurts by Marnie Mann.
Ooh. Love this. Even If It Hurts. I may have to look that up. Let me Just finished Tell Me What You Want to Read. Alex is 88% to London. Jill has joined us. About halfway through my 13th face-off book.
Wow.
Damn. Essie read 9% of the Little Wartime Library. Butterflies and Books got 65% of the Night Swim. Lexi read 28 pages. We've got buddy reads going on here. Morning, everyone. Good morning, December Magpie. I'm starting The Terracotta Bride by Zen Cho for Romania. More than likely going to be buying the audiobook for this book. It's because it's so good or because you're trying to get through it? Because like I've had books that I've done, been like, oh, I'm going to want to read this on audio at some point. Libby is almost done with their essay. Just need to refine.
Nice.
I remember doing that. Usually, what was it? Usually the intro or the conclusion I'd usually write the first time around, depending on where my brain was. And then the other one I'd go back to and be like, okay, this is what I'm actually saying. So I sound smart.
Yeah, you always start with the second paragraph. And then, or the second, like that second section.
The body.
The body of it. Then you do the conclusion and then you go back to the intro so that it kind of trickles it down.
It all goes together. My problem is because my brain is so linear when it comes to writing. Like I can either start in the middle of the paper and write stuff, like write a paragraph and then go back and fill in it, or I have to at least put something down for the first sentence, even if that ends up not being the introduction. Yeah. Reading more. Okay, so it sounds like it was so good that Butterflies and Books is getting.
Megan Golden is really good on audio, especially Night Swim and Dark Corners, because I assume Dark Corners.
Have you heard the Dark Corners audiobook?
No.
I haven't gotten it yet. I need to.
Wait, is it on Scribd, theoretically?
I got the ARC, and I was like, well, I'm going to wait until I get that audiobook. I'm not even going to bother.
And then I tried to get the audio ARC, and they never gave it to me. It's just sitting there.
I also requested that and was not given it. And I was like, that's rude, because really you need both.
Really do.
Exactly. Butterflies and Books. Speaking of, I wasn't able to, for some reason, Discord won't let me reply to this in the Discord, but I would give your library a call because it may have to do with licensing. Butterflies and Books was saying, they were talking about how like their libraries, if you request a book before it's published, it goes on your holds. My library, at least when you could request books, like it didn't go on your holds until they had physically acquired the book, or like digitally, like until they had purchased it, and then it went on your holds automatically. So, Shay, okay, good. I'm only doing what I want. Wait, no, you don't. You get 500.
You do normally, just not
normally, yes. Yeah, but not this weekend. This is just based on how many books you read. I just finished my book for Romania, and now I'm in Lithuania. Beautiful. Allison is also reading Junie B. Jones.
Well, it's a proven strat.
Yep.
Well, I don't know that I would say it's proven strategy.
Yeah.
Will we not prove it?
What?
Well, we don't know that Purple's winning.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not proven.
I mean, okay, but she got like
just
2,000
like
points
strategy.
Sprints. Yeah.
It just seems like it must be working.
It's at least working. It might not be working.
Brianna telling us stuff without telling us stuff.
So what Brianna's saying is I need to start reading too, and get Purple Team reading.
Get
books
on some Junie B. Jones, Margaret.
Get on some Junie B. Jones.
I feel like we're probably dealing with the fact that a lot of Purple Team is sightseeing instead of doing face-off weekend or getting caught up, which is a good part.
Here is the thing. That is not the worst strategy.
No, it's not.
Because the leg is still open.
Yeah.
So that means you could still sneakily either get out of last or get into first because everyone else is focusing on face-off.
Yeah.
Well, and my only concern is people who didn't make it to London at all. Because I'm like, I don't know when you're dropping the next city, and I'm slightly concerned.
That's the other thing. If you haven't gotten to London yet, it's a great idea for future legs to kind of catch up this weekend.
I should probably start working on the next timer, shouldn't I?
Well, I'm in London.
You should.
No, I'm in
Whoa! You really should? Oh boy!
And again, I'm nervous for those who haven't made it to London.
I am also nervous for those that have not made it to London.
Yeah. Yesterday I was like, moving audiobook to faster speed. Must get to London.
That's so
I just
funny.
would like you to know that I made it to London 30 minutes before Face Off started.
Same here. Chrissy, I'm so glad to see you reading Lumberjanes. The covers are all super colorful. I decided I started during the Brazil leg and only have 2 volumes left out of the 20.
Wow.
Jim Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that that one was like very much like an introduction to the story, and like as all volume 1s are. But I think that if I pull up another prompt that I need colorful things for, the Discord just went crazy. I will continue on
things, and then the Discord.
It's honestly my favorite part of the readathon is when I say something and then everyone freaks out.
Do you feel like a god?
A little bit.
Okay.
Specifically, a god of mischief.
Jen finished their Portugal book, spun for Romania. I spun the country wheel again and spun Portugal. Gonna go see what book fits. Listen, I'm pretty sure Brianna put you have 2 respins in there because of Portugal.
Well, actually, I really just did it because that's how we did it for Smut Den, and so that just made sense to my brain.
That makes sense. I did recently watch your Smut Den.
I know, I saw the comment.
Yeah, you did. There's a reason I did that. Morning, I'm just getting ready for work. Listening to a House with Good Poems for Bulgaria. I have a nice smoothie to help my throat this morning. That's good. I promise please don't worry. I actually got 9 hours. That's good. That's good. I just, as someone whose life potentially would be utterly wrecked by COVID, it worries me a lot. Just in general. What stitches do we use for crocheters? What stitches do you use for your blankets? I use a lot of half doubles and double crochets, and then some single stitch as well. I don't use a lot of fancy ones. What about you, Brianna?
I just do all double.
All double.
It's just because, like, part of the point of the blanket for me is to have something to do with my hands so that I don't have to think about it.
Yeah. I don't typically have to think about it either. There have been a few times where I will stop in the middle of a row and forget which one I'm doing because I'll just go in to do either half. Usually it's half doubles because that's what I do the most of.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Amal, I just got 6 hours, ended up slipping and crashing. Oh no, that's not fun at all. Okay, I have awoken. Went to sleep at 7 a.m. after finishing book 1. Now awake at 4 p.m. and reading the things we leave unfinished by Rebecca Yaros for France. How is that?
I've heard good things about it. I think it was.
Tell Emma people like the sweater.
I'm getting compliments.
You're getting so many. Your sweater's getting so many compliments, Emma.
Crafter right there, crafting. Yeah,
More crochet going on.
But it's very cozy and I love it.
Yeah, I love the colors and the way that with the different that looks. We have a blanket like that, but the idea of that as a sweater is just fantastic. Katie got Lithuania. Caitlin, now I want donuts. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I didn't sleep much with my finger broken. Oh no. Ugh, that's hard. That's not fun. I only have 10 polls for Lydia and 4 of them aren't coming out to the fall. Yeah, I'm the same thing here. And that, I don't know if it's licensing, but it might be worth a call to your library to see, hey, what's going on here? I know that not every Libby is like this. So, move. Essie is reading A Little Wartime Library for France. Cal's face in response to the strategy working.
I'm not subtle. My emotions are clear on my face.
Just finished Fahrenheit 451. Gonna go pick up Finna now. Beautiful. I'm working on my face-off books. We love to see Purple Team working on face-off books. We love it. We love to see it. Also, if you're catching up, this is a good time to catch up. Poth reads. I need to check out the page count for my Brazil book because it said 23 pages, but that doesn't sound correct.
If you're doing an audiobook, then it's about 40 pages per hour. But yeah. If it's an Audible original, then it's the numbers on Goodreads are really off. Yeah. So you can just do the math of if it's a 2-hour audiobook, it's probably 80 pages.
beautiful. Okay, that is good morning, Kay. Thank you for joining. Okay, just trying to start with the coffee now. We're gonna do one more sprint. We are going to do a 30-minute this time because I do want to be done with enough time to chat at noon before we go on to the next sprints, which I think is Brittany. Brittany.
Wow.
Okay. I will get that linked down below in the description and all of that good stuff. So let me put on the ticker, the banner, so people know. All right, let us go in 3, 2, 1. Mute your mics. We made it. I read a lot. I read 114 pages in that sprint. I'm almost done with my second book.
Nice.
So, how is everyone else doing?
This much.
I finished my book.
Woo! Beautiful.
So I did not spin a wheel yet, so that will be happening some point shortly.
At some point, we do that later. How about you, Cal?
I got to page 23. I wrote more in between because they're short chapters. They're like this long. So I'll read a bit, then write a bit, then read a bit, then write a bit.
Nice. Next, once we start getting on other people's sprints, I'm actually going to do 15 minutes of cleaning every sprint, hopefully, depending on how long it is. So nice. I'll be there with you. I love it. How are you liking your book so far, Dana?
I'm liking it. I don't think I'm liking it quite as much as the first one, but it's very soft and queer, which I like.
Ooh,
it's like because the two characters got together in the first volume, and this one, they're having relationship issues, and so they're talking about it.
We love communication.
Yeah. But it's really sweet and supportive. So it's more like slice of life in a sci-fi world.
We love slice of life. Yeah. We love it. Okay, give me just a second. Let's see what these comments are. Shay says my focus last sprint was rough. I feel that. Libby got their essay finished finally and will be continuing with Fruits Basket. Butterflies and Books got to 75%. Shay's halfway through. Lexi is read 46 pages. Exhausted Flamingo read 58% in their book for Lithuania. 68 pages for Aoife in The Love Connection. I can talk. I love this. Oh no, I spent this sprint cleaning up garbage on my kitchen first because I didn't realize there was a hole in the back. I love it when that happens.
The worst.
44% into Finna. Katie got 43%. I do believe I have a Doctor Who book for each one.
Nice.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Alex is in London. Yay! Now you can take the train to the next.
Woo!
To the face-off.
Don't enjoy London. You're off to another European country.
I mean, that's why you go to London to visit the rest of Europe, right?
I do think it's funny that our timer is trains, but everyone's in London, which means we could not have taken a train.
Literally.
Take the
Is there something that goes under the channel?
Underground subway thing.
Into Germany?
Into France, which gets you to Germany.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
No. I do have all of the train lines in the background.
Nice.
Or you could take little dinghies over to the Belgian shores and launch an assault like Dieppe.
Okay.
You could do that too. Allison is reading Ice Planet Honeymoon. Tina got something to eat. Nope. There we go. Got something to eat. Love it. 23 pages for Haley. I feel this coffee not working enough to read yet, but I did watch a few YouTube videos and got a call that I won my library Sunburn reading bingo basket. Love it.
Cool.
Alex is going from London to Lisbon.
Beautiful. Much better.
To be fair, as an Irish person, I do feel the best thing you can do in London is leave. Yeah, Eurotunnel straight to France and cross Europe. Nice. Jean says, good morning, everyone. I ordered breakfast and don't feel like reading. I have 2 Ice Planet Barbarians and Matilda. I have read 2 Ice Planet Barbarians and Matilda. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Nice. Well, you will have a chance to read later because, let me make sure that's the right link. Okay. I'm linking Brittany's sprints in the comments. She's also linked down below in the description box now. For the next sprint. That's also in the description box. You may need to refresh if you've been here since the beginning. But I do like to make sure that the next person is there so you know who to go to. So we will be continuing this on Brittany's channel. Is there anything anyone wants to plug for their channels before they go?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm doing this readathon thing.
Really?
There's a readathon? You're hosting a readathon? Who Who knew?
Also, my vlog is starting in about 20 minutes at 15.
25 minutes.
Yeah,
26 minutes actually.
Whatever. And it's
almost
almost an hour long.
So we're going to be doing an hour-long sprint right at the 15. Right at the 15. We're doing an hour-long sprint for everyone who would like to see what chaos Bree has stuck in the back of their vlog.
I will be perfectly honest with you. I did not directly give out any information, but there are some Taylor Swift level Easter eggs.
See?
And Brittany, besides your sprints that we're going to go into in 10 minutes.
In
10 minutes?
10 minutes on my channel, and I had a video go up this morning at 9 a.m. So.
Which is also linked in the announcement video, tab because there's a hint in there.
There is a hint in there.
I have sprints in 4 hours and 10 minutes.
But we're all like, and I have sprints.
We love that for you, Cal. We love it. All right. I think that'll be it for us today. Thank you so much everyone for joining me for my first ever monetized video. I'm not letting that go today. Just like we're celebrating.
Margaret's gonna get so much more regular and consistent on her videos now.
I can't guarantee that. But I will continue to have sprints. I will continue to have sprints, which that's how I got most of those 4,000 hours, we'll be honest.
Oh, yeah.
So I just got to make sure that those are monetizable all the time. But thank you to everyone who's joined me. Everyone who appeared on today's live show is linked down below. Their handles are down below. I haven't gone through and gotten to everyone else's because I wanted to actually read in that sprint. So I'll go back through at some point and make sure everyone's handles are correct. But I just did the people who are on tonight, currently with me. Or have been on, and then also again Brittany's is linked down below, as well as if you need it, the timer is linked down below, and the announcement for Brianna's readathon video in the Discord, and all of that. Spirits, I love it. Spirits. We're glad you're having fun. Exhausted living gal. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will hold on. Wait, we should probably get buttons set up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy nerdy things.
Go green.